The next piece is migrating the virtual machine to other clusters. There's a migration toolkit to do that. If we wanted to be able to back up this and restore it to another cluster, we can use that hub and spoke support in Fusion to create a policy to do the backup. We can either do kind of an ad hoc one-off like we did with the snapshot, or we can have a scheduled backup for those production apps that need that. Developers also often want to be able to clone a virtual machine. That's something that you can do. If I've made changes that I want to have in my clone, we could do that quickly here. So I'm currently in the home cloud user. I created a file, my data file.dat, right? So that just so that when I make the clone, you can see the data that's here. And then from the UI, we clone this, and it auto creates a name for the clone. It'll put in the same namespace, and then we'll tell it to start as soon as the clone is done. Very easy again. The wizards here, I've been working with Red Hat for quite a while to make a lot of these UI flows very intuitive and easy to do.
Yeah, very linear workflow, super easy. Yeah,
exactly. And the status of provisioning here, it's giving you information, so it's cloning all of the data, the storage layer. It's also creating the virtual machine definition for the KVM hypervisor under the covers here, so that everything's ready to go as soon as all of that cloning process completes. Because we've got that 30 gigabyte volume, it takes a little bit of time under the covers to copy all the blocks over, get everything set up, and get the pods ready to go. So that dynamically updates here. While that's going, you can see it switch from cloning to provisioning. So that's done with the storage layer and getting the virtual machine definition going. And the next thing it'll do is start the virtual machine. You can see the root disk here is 63 gig to match that resize we did. And then it'll start the virtual machine here next. So this is something that we're seeing a lot of interest from customers around the US and around the world for being able to take advantage of this technology. The integration for Linux and Red Hat Enterprise Linux in particular is deep, as you can see here. All of that pre and post hook works with Ansible, works with all of your existing workflows for satellite, if that's your preferred provisioning technique, right? So a lot of different use cases for creating new VMs, whether you like the VMware-centric cloning and template kind of deployment model, or you prefer the Pixie boot and find a satellite server and do a scripted install from my Red Hat server. All those use cases kind of work.
And we're always careful, not to position OpenShift virtualization as a plug and play, replacement for the most popular platform, the most popular hypervisor in the industry. But on the other hand, it is very functionally rich. It's changing and getting updated and augmented and enhanced all the time. So it's a very powerful, and it's included with OpenShift. So,
right. And we talked about Linux quite a bit in the demos here, but the same hypervisor and all the same UI flows work well with Windows virtual machines. And that Windows Server 2019 you probably saw in kind of the template list, and that's there and kind of code tested and certified with Microsoft, so that you can feel comfortable with both varieties of virtual machines here.
Thank you. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please like and subscribe.